Hello everyone and welcome to Wolf Extra 3, Part 5. The first part of Wolf Extra 3 I haven't played yet. And also the first part I'm doing live commentary on. Wolf Extra 3 is a mod that contains 6 parts in total and is very puzzle based, and there's a couple basic fundamentals you need to know right away that you should know by part 5 if you've been playing all the parts. So this is Catcomb 1. Let's get to this. And as I said, this mod is puzzle based. I will explain the basic elements at the beginning and then the other things as I run across them. This is part 5, played on I Am Death Incarnate, and the first part I'm blind too. I have videos though without live commentary of parts 2 and 4 on my channel. Parts 2 through 4 on my channel. So while I'm paused here, there's a couple things these levels have in common. Notice it says you're on floor 1. Well, all of these levels is actually technically a mini castle consisting of a basement floor, 2 main floors, and a rooftop ramparts floor, which makes for 4 floors in all. Those floors are numbered on the bottom left of the screen: 0, 1, 2, and 3. So floors 1 and 2 are the main floors, floor 3 is the top, and floor 0 is the basement. Each of these levels starts you on floor 1, just like I am right now. And in each of these levels, you navigate between the floors using an elevator system that I will explain. And lastly, in each of these levels, the end is on floor 3, or the upper floor, the rooftop. Now this one actually gives me a good chance to explain the elevators right away. So there's some guards here that I'm going to kill. With my knife, because I start with no pistol ammo. Okay, and that means I can save my game at this point. You start with no pistol ammo, and also the regular enemies do not make an alert sound when you alert them, so you don't know if you've alerted enemies or not. There are places where you need to be stealthy, so that is something you have to be aware about, is that you won't know if you may have alerted enemies. Now the elevator system, it happens to turn out that the very start here gives me an example to explain the elevator system. Notice, ignore that purple chalice for now, I'll explain it a little later, but notice in each elevator, in this elevator, the switch is pointed upward. The arrow underneath it is pointed downward. Now in this elevator, immediately behind, the switch is pointed upward and the arrow is also pointed upward. And here's an easy way to remember things. If the switch and the arrow are both pointed in the same direction, like this elevator, nothing will happen if you walk into it. See? You can't flip these are not exit elevators. This is the elevator system that connects the floors. If the switch and the arrow are pointing in opposite directions, you will travel in the direction of the arrow. So in this case, if I stepped in this elevator, I would go down to the basement, since the arrow's pointing down, and that's the opposite from the direction the switch is pointing. Now, I can't actually demonstrate that now because it turns out that there's another feature I get to explain right away. This purple chalice does count as a treasure item, but it is a death chalice. Under normal circumstances, you pick it up, you will be killed instantly. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But there is a way to be allowed to pick up one of these. So that effectively means we can't use this elevator right now. And this elevator is never going to be usable from this vantage point. Because as I said, the switch and the arrow in a given elevator on a given floor, it always remain pointing in the same direction. Always remain pointing each in the same direction throughout the entire level. And if the switch and the arrow in a given elevator are pointed in the same direction, then walking in the elevator won't do anything. And by the way, you can also notice this by the fact that the arrow here is not lit up. The arrow here, on the other hand, is a brighter red. It's lit up. If the arrow is not lit up, you will not do anything if you walk into the elevator. If the arrow is lit up, then the switch will be pointing in the opposite direction, and you will move in the direction of the arrow. So in this case, down from floor 1 to floor 0. So with that and the death chalices explained, let's continue on here. Now remember, we don't have any ammo. There's a ghost Hitler here that we don't want to load. I just noticed that when I was doing a very quick play around in the level, otherwise I'm completely blind. And there are several bosses in each level. I just saw one of them, Hitler himself. Now notice, I just picked this elevator. The arrow is the darker color and is pointing in the same direction as the switch. So walking in the elevator did nothing. But I picked up a quartz. A quartz is not in this mod a regular treasure item. It allows you to take a single death chalice. And you can only hold one quartz at once. You never want to take a quartz if you already hold one. So that means with this quartz, I could now walk in this elevator and travel down to the basement. And I don't have any ammo to deal with those two chain gunner SS. I don't have anything to deal with the ghost Hitler either. I don't have any ammo to deal with the chain gunner SS in that room. So I could look for secrets. Now each of these 4 floors is roughly a 32 by 32 map space, which when combined, they take up the entire 64 by 64 map space. In this case, there is a secret. This golden chalice is a treasure item, but it's not only a treasure item, it also acts as a med kit simultaneously. It will increase your health by 25%. So yes, there's no med kits in this map. The golden chalices act as a med kit. Now that gave me some more health, but I'm still in no condition to fight any of the other areas. So by process of elimination, the next thing I need to do is, now that I found the course, go in this elevator down to the basement. And you will notice it now says floor 0. And anytime you go into an operable elevator, you'll end up in an inoperable elevator. Notice this, in this elevator, the arrow is not lit up and it's pointed in the same direction as the switch. So we are in the basement now. This elevator will take us back to floor 1. Notice the arrow is lit up, it's pointed up, and that's the opposite direction from what the switch is pointing. But of course that doesn't do us any good. We just emerge where we already were. Now one thing, before you start fighting in another floor, wait for the elevator door to close on the floor you left, otherwise you might awake more enemies. Now these gray chalices will give you 10% health and increase your score. So purple chalices, golden chalices give you 25% health and increase your score. Gray chalices give you 10% health and increase your score. And purple chalices will kill you immediately unless you hold the quartz, in which case it will increase your score, it will not change your health, and you will lose your chalice. Not your chalice, your quartz. You will lose your quartz. And you can only carry one quartz at a time, so it's good practice to not pick up a quartz if you already hold one. Yes, you do want to look for secrets. We can get a pistol here in this case. And yes, we've got some custom sounds for our weapons. And that might be all we have to do on the basement floor now, is get our weapon. But let me check for further secrets. Now watch out that elevators that are inoperable, where the arrow and the switch is pointing in the same direction, may still contain a secret inside of them. So yes, we have to go back up to floor 1, and with our 27 ammo, we must fight. We must engage in a fight now. Presumably, as I said, I'm blind. So I'm going to start by fighting this one chain gun now. He will drop us a chain gun. Remember, this golden chalice gives you 25% health. And now with 35 ammo for the chain gun, we should be able to kill this ghost hit though. Except not, because those two chain gunners come out after us and will overwhelm us. So we must kill these two chain gunners first, it turns out. grab our chalices for health and stock up on ammo. The ammo boxes are just like in Spear of Destiny. They give you 25% up to a maximum of 99. Sometimes you don't want to excessively take ammo, and there's a reason for that. So now that we won't be alerting anyone, we can kill this ghost Hitler who's got a very aggressively fast flamethrower. Also has a lot of health, but he drops us our own flamethrower. Yes, in each of these maps there are some, or at least in some of them, there are custom weapons. In 3 and 4 there was a rocket launcher. Now we have a flamethrower. And be careful, the flamethrower operates on different ammo. Look at your missiles ammo. The other weapons operate on ammo. The flamethrower operates on missiles. So we have another one of these very aggressive ghost Hitlers. And I'm going to choose not to use flames to kill him. Yes, it's probably not just your imagination if you're noticing. These flames are much faster than the standard ghost Hitler. These flames are scary fast. As I mentioned, it seems our missile ammo in this part is flames. In part 3 and 4 it was rockets. Gonna kill that SS. Now these maps being puzzle based, I sometimes like to change the position I'm saving my game in. Just in case I did something I end up regretting later. Uh-oh. I just had a crash. Maybe it's because I was talking so long. Let me hope that I don't get this crash again. Sorry about technical difficulties. I'm sure hoping there won't be more of them. Okay, well, I made it in without having technical difficulties. So we've got 2 elevators here, and there will never be 2 elevators going from any given floor A to floor B. In other words, there will never be 2 elevators that both go from floor 1 to the basement. So one of these elevators, by process of elimination, since we know which ones connect to the basement, one of them goes to floor 2 and the other one is inoperable. This one is inoperable because the switch is not lit up and is pointing in the same direction as the arrow. It could have still the secret in it. This one, as by process of elimination, will take us to floor 2. And yes, you'll notice each floor has a different ceiling color. Okay, there's a push wall here, but we can't activate it. And there are 4 keys in each level. Each one so far has used all 4 keys. Additionally, each one so far has had a boss on 3 of the 4 floors that drops you a key. So you have to kill all the bosses. And the other floor, in this case floor 2, simply has a loose key, like we see right here, a loose crimson key. It looks like I'm gonna have to fight flames with flames. Come on. There. And just there's all sorts of cool recolored wall textures. So these colored doors indicate what key you need. Oh, free flames. But for a particular reason, I'm gonna be careful and not take those free flames. It may be relevant, it may not be. Okay, this level has just broken the trend of the first floor in that there's 2 keys on the same floor. That I did not see in the first 4 installments, from what I remember. We just picked up the silver or white key. Now be careful here when you see ammo. In this case there's nothing wrong though, but be careful when you see ammo. Hopefully I'll get to explain everything in this level. It's possible that any given level might not have everything to explain in it. Take those 2 gray chalices. Will get us back to 100% health. And look, those flames are powerful. And we have a course there. We can't pick it up yet. Okay, notice this elevator is an operable elevator because the arrow's lit up pointing down and is pointing in the opposite direction of the switch. Now typically, and let me see if this holds, when you see one of these 25% health chalices in an elevator, it's a warning sign. Except in this case it isn't. In every previous case it was a warning sign. Maybe I'll later get to explain what that warning sign is. So yes, that's the elevator back to floor 1. This was the elevator we used to get from up here from floor 1. And by process of elimination, these 2 elevators will connect with floor 3. Notice there's an elevator that we can't use, and there's one we can use. This will take us up to floor 3, which is the ramparts or top floor. And it looks like port is nice to us and we can just go up and down at our pleasure here. That wasn't the case in all the four previous parts. And now floor 3 is very tough. Typically. Not take extra ammo just in case. I'm gonna avoid it for now. Typically, I will tell you in prior parts of this mod, when you saw the golden chalice in an elevator that gave you 25% health, it would drop you in an elevator that has a puddle in it. And a puddle of water, if you're under 20% health, it will increase your health by, I believe, 3%. But if you're over 25% health, you'll lose all your weapons and ammo. That's why you don't want to always just stockpile your ammo in case there really was a puddle here and you got forced to lose all your weapons and ammo. The reason there's a gold chalice in an elevator that leads to an elevator with a puddle is because the gold chalice shows that your health will be over 20%, and when you land in the elevator with the puddle, you'll automatically take the puddle and lose all your weapons and ammo. Okay, because here we may have a problem. And I just noticed there's another Faust in this level that I don't think happened in the first 4 parts. So yes, by being blind, I'm missing some things. There are 2 elevators that take us from floor 1 down to the basement, but they will take us to different parts of the basement. And this golden chalice, let's see if it brings us bad luck. Yes, just noticed I went down to the basement and I just lost all my ammo. You don't lose your missile ammo. So it's okay to pick up missiles, but you lose all your hit scan ammo. And because there's a golden chalice, it's unavoidable. I could cripple myself down to 1% health and I'd still have over 20% and fall in that puddle. So that means I must use flames here. For a pretty intense battle. Now avoid these puddles and not strictly below 20%. Now one thing I'd like to see, because I probably should, is can I pull both these doors open? Yes, I can. That may or may not be useful by killing an enemy in them. Okay, in this case it's useless. There's no secret walls in here. It was just a trap door. So yes, this Part 5 has already defined some common traits of Part 1 through 4, in that there were 2 elevators from floor 1 to the basement, and there are 2 keys on floor 2. Unfortunately, it looks like we may not be able to proceed any... Oh! that cell opened up to an ammo clip. But unfortunately, we might not be able to proceed any further on the base. Oh, another cell open to give me some health. And another cell opened to give me more health. Okay, so the cells that don't have bones in them all open up. Okay, this cell opened and I have a chance to explain things. Notice that the dots on top of this clip of ammo are darker red than usual. This is not an ammo clip. It looks like an ammo clip, but it is not an ammo clip. Let me make sure I don't have full ammo and try to take it. This is a BAM. It will lower your health by 50%, and it does not give you any ammo. All it does is lower your health by 50%. So do not take the BAMs. I like the touch here that all the cells except the one that seems to be occupied by the bones are pushable. However, it appears we need a yellow key, so we are going to have to find it on a different floor. Oh no, we won't, because I can't even get off floor 0 right now. I forgot about this passageway. We can use these barrels are explosive and they will do damage to the enemies. But yes, those puddles of sludge take health away from you. Those are poison pools. Oh, don't step in the poison pool. Gonna wonder if there's a secret here. Oh, mutant came to open that yellow door for us. Oh, stop stepping in the poison pools. We alerted a mutant that will let us proceed through this door if we... Okay, Port used a trick here that was first used in Part 4. When you destroy this mutant is not awake right now. But when you destroy this barrel, it will cause splash damage that will alert and wake up the mutant. And he will come to open the door for us. And we want to kill him in the door just in case. Like, notice, he's not doing anything. That splash damage woke up the mutant. In Part 4, I had to look this up, but at one point in Part 4, since we had a rocket launcher for a missile weapon and that causes splash damage as well, you had to shoot a rocket into a locked door to cause splash damage and wake up the enemy. In this case, this barrel is close enough to the mutant that was over here in order to cause splash damage. So yes, I'm trying to explain what is going on. As I said, these are puzzles. This oil drum, however, cannot be destroyed. This wall cannot be pushed. And this is a trick Port uses that's known as the dead gouge trick. It makes you push a wall from one particular direction such that when you push it... Well, let me look if I left some health behind on other floors, since I can't get back up to floor 1. Yes, I did leave health behind. I think 54 should be enough. Nope. Nope, that's an up elevator to floor 2. We don't want that. We want this down elevator to the basement. Now there's no explosive barrel here, so we won't allow someone beyond that gold door. But now, the only way I can push this wall because of the dead gouge is... No, I didn't want to step in the poison, the annoying poison pool, and I didn't save my game after picking health up. Terrible job, Dell. Oh, that was health as well. The poison pool takes 20% of your health off. Not as bad as a BAM, but they show up more commonly in areas that have them. And let me just show you that the water takes everything away, and that was since you never actually saw the puddle of water that we were forced to land on. Step in the puddle, you lose all ammo except your missiles instantly. Avoid these poison pools. Sometimes it means moving slow. They have a large hitbox with this being Wolf 3D. And this wall we can only push from this way because of the dead gouge that blocks it the other way. And when we push it this way, Port calls this the dead gouge trick. It prevents backtracking. See, we can't get to that door. So, we must continue. This looks like there's gonna be a boss nearby. The first 4 pouts each had 3 bosses in them. Pout 5 has broken 1 or 2 trends already that I had come to take for granted as per me explaining them at the start of the video. Yep, doesn't seem to be any reason to leave anything behind in this room. Uh-oh, did we just soft lock ourselves? That's why you're supposed to use multiple saves. Because soft lock, no, there's a secret that gives us the green key we need. I got lucky there. Now that looks like that's all for the basement. So let's go back up to floor 1. Well, I do not recall there being any use for the green key, but let me take a look. We can only see Hitler right now. We can't access him. No, so I need to go to floor 2. That's a down elevator to the basement. The up elevator to floor 2 was actually right here. The arrow pointing up, switch pointing down is an up elevator. Arrow pointing down, switch pointing up is a down elevator. Arrow and switch pointing in the same direction won't do anything. So we are on floor 2, and we don't have that key yet. I believe our only choice right now is to go to the ceiling level. Arrow pointing up, switch pointing down will take us up. Now the ceiling level is always very dangerous. There's always mutants patrolling behind the pillars. And there's other enemies patrolling. I'm gonna grab one of these rooms so the mutants that aren't behind the pillows might be able to come to me. The pillows are the blocking objects. The pouts of Wolf Extra 3 generally get more complicated as you advance into later pouts, so I guess I'm not surprised Pout 5 has thrown me some surprises. We're under 20 health. We can pick up that puddle and it will actually help us by removing a puddle that could hurt us later. Okay, that's an ammo clip. If there's dark red on top of it, do not take it. It's a bomb. Okay, this is just regular treasure. The treasure chest. Whoa! Almost stepped in poison down. Just in the nick of time. Of course, we had left behind some. Come on, I could use... These might have a secret in them. I could use some more ammo, possibly. Oh, duh! There was an ammo box right there. Okay, that's common. You'll have death chalices blocking the exit. The exit is always just walking into the outside. Remember, the purple chalice is a death chalice. Okay, I need another key. Or don't step in the puddle. Why is BJ so dumb with these puddles? I don't know, but don't step in them. Looking for secrets. Sometimes you do have to find secrets as part of the puzzle here. Yup, there was a secret. And that is a door that requires the green key that we have. So that means that the barrel I used on the basement floor to awaken the mutant is mandatory. A mandatory explosion splash damage, just like the rocket was in Part 4. I was lucky to catch that this time. Just a barrel sitting on the sideboard seemed to have no other use. And we get an alternative elevator back down to floor 2. We're in the middle of action here. I'm starting to wonder if this part is gonna have no boss except for Hitler himself, which will make it the complete opposite of the previous 4 parts. Because the previous 4 parts had bosses on floors 0, 2, and 3, and none on floor 1. Horde varying things up on me, messing up with my expectations. Clowns are just clowns. They're worth a lot of treasure, and that's all they're worth. Okay, that's an inoperable elevator. That's also an inoperable elevator. Which tells us we got to find secrets. And there's a red key that we were looking for that opened this color of door. I knew that was going to be blocking a secret. And we don't have a chalice currently, so let's take one. Not a chalice, a cross. It's okay to hold a cross at any time. It's not okay to take a cross if you already have a cross. Yeah, that looks conspicuous as all I'm... Nothing there but a mutant. Okay, so this push wall leads us out somewhere. But we've already been there. But we have this key now. I'm guessing this push wall is supposed to also open up the floor. But we killed the guard in the way of it. Okay, so there's a death chalice in that elevator. And now this is another reason why you hold the cross. Now you might have held the cross and said, remember those death chalices on floor 3? Well, let's just go up and take one of them. Well, now we have no cross and we would be soft locked at this point. So let me make sure I hit the F9 key to quick load, because you do not want to use the cross for that. You need the cross for this death chalice, which will take us back down to floor 1, and it looks like we'll be in the center of the floor, which means we're probably going to be near hit down. Who will give us the case key once we kill him. The boss is always, I've always dropped the key. Let's explore and get rid of all the other enemies, please. And those are 2 crosses we need to get the exit. So we're done with this once we've killed Hitler and collect the crosses. So as I'm killing Hitler, I'll say, if you enjoyed this video or my videos in general, please feel free and welcome to leave comments. They're always much appreciated. Uh-oh. You can also make requests, I do take them. There'll be a subscribe link in both the video and the description, as well as links to some other playlists in the video, in the description. Yes, multitasking. And sorry if all my explanation was a bit too much here, but I wanted to explain these levels without being blind. And he dropped us the gold key. So yes, this level, Portal the fast one, and it is the exact opposite boss-wise of Wolf Extras 3 parts 1 through 4, in that there is a boss and the floor 1, and that's the only boss. In parts 1 through 4, there were 3 bosses, and floor 1 was the floor that did not have a boss. Now note, if we had accidentally taken both of these courses when fleeing from the boss, we would have had to restore our game, because watch this. It'll let you take the course. But now let's go up to floor 2. And up to the top. We have all the keys. But we take the death chalice, it still takes the course away from us. We can only hold 1 course. We have no course we can take this death chalice with. So yes, be very careful with taking the courses and with using the courses. It's easy to soft lock yourself. So yes, you do need a little patience, because we have to go up to floor 3. We must take 1 of the death chalices. Then we must make our way back down. And take the other course from floor 1. And make our way back up to floor 3. And we can take the final death chalice of the level and get out of here. When you walk towards the outside, that's the ending. So I'm Catcomb 1, and after the end and the intermission, I'll see you in my next video. I'll be signing off. Yep, just a typical ending scene. Part 5 Part 5 completed. Continue to Part 6. And then advertising ports other mods, some of which I may play. That is it.